Well there, people, and welcome to yet another edition of the Doom P1 playthrough. I'm your host, Deathstalker, and today we shall be checking out yet another sequel to another level that we played before. Yes, it feels like during this part we're playing a lot of these, part 2s, the stuff we checked out before, which makes it very interesting due to their connections due to other levels. Even if they're the most obscure levels ever, they still are pretty interesting. So yeah, today we shall be checking out, let's see here, let me click this. SoftChoice Goes to Hell. Which, if you're curious what exactly this is a sequel to, it's a sequel to the SoftChoice Preliminary WAD. Which you will remember was one of the first few in the entire series. I think it was, one of the earliest maps we played. It wasn't one of the first we played episodic-wise, but it's one of the first we played, that's in, earliest. And I think it came out on, the 5th, and this one's coming out on, the 21st. So, yeah, we have, a gap of, 20 days. When I say 20 days, 15 days, 16 days. Yeah, 16 days to be exact, but, And yeah, it's basically a sequel to that level. You guys probably don't remember that level. To me, I'm kind of remembering these because I kind of do a lot for them. I record them, I upload a thumbnail for them, I write about them. It kind of gets your head to remember the levels a lot more than just playing through them. That's probably why a lot of these I kind of forget replaying them until I've kind of done it all or something, because, they just kind of didn't keep my memory. They just felt like other generic levels I kind of ran through. And this time around, it's kind of getting a lot more stuck in my head because I'm writing for each one of them and doing everything for it. So I wouldn't expect you guys to remember SoftChoice, because that's a very, very random one. What that one was it was one that was a big empty area, with no furniture, no anything. Mostly filled with former humans and imps. I believe there was a baron near the beginning, but mostly there was not many tough enemies. And we got a plasma gun in one of the first rooms, and there was a ridiculous number of plasma ammo, so there was absolutely no real combat at all. It was pretty much just keep shooting and kill everything. But the big things to the level was the fact that it mattered that we also had a lot of visibility issues where things kept disappearing. It seemed like it was the most prevalent WAD we had played, where this was a occurrence. We had played others, I believe we had seen that. But in that one, it just kept happening where we couldn't see things, it would disappear and it would come back. And you couldn't pick it up while it was invisible for some reason. It was a rather weird draw issue thing because of the fact of the matter that they made it so wide. Furthermore, it was also a level that had a bunch of light amplification visors because they made the level extremely dark. And yeah, that basically consisted of what most of the gameplay was looking around for light amplification visors. Yeah. And now we are playing its sequel. Okay, so it was made by Christian Antkow, who I believe made the first one. I don't remember names, so I just remember the random levels. There's apparently 2 different emails, and if the problems ever get fixed, you can email this other one for SoftChoice, but yeah. I don't think we'll have to worry, because guess what? It's kind of been years later. Okay, so this was made with DE. version 2.5 beta 4. Something to know about this is that I'm starting to notice another editor starting to come into focus. Up until this point, it's always been DEU over and over and over to death. That was every single level was DEU. This is the second level we've seen where DU was used, DE, my mistake. And what is that? That's just Doom Editor. So yeah, usually they just say Doom Editor. But yeah, for some reason it wasn't used that much. But it does seem like it was existent. So I'm not sure when it came around, what it's about. We're already seeing 2.5 version 4, but like I said, I'm not sure when this one came out, if it was used heavily, or what it is. But it seems it was definitely around in the early days, as well as DU. Okay, so we got soft. It just doesn't seem as prevalent a choice at this time at all. Like, DU is the main one to use. Okay, SoftChoice 2 WAD is the second release of the modified floor plan of the SoftChoice Corp located in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Okay, so yeah, apparently it's been modified, the floor plan. They've updated it to make it relative. Apparently they updated it in less than a month. Okay! The board is designed for deathmatch play, as no mere mortal would be able to survive this board playing by themselves without cheats. Go ahead, try me! Oh god. This sounds like it's going to be a lot of torture, people. But yeah, mainly intended for deathmatch, but with torture single player. You may not change or modify this level and re-release them into the public domain without asking me first. Something tells me people have done that, actually. Have fun! We won't. Trust me, we won't. Okay. Let's get some music. And doomish stuff. Because that's a good combination. Doomish stuff. And it suddenly went black as we turn off the music. Yeah. Ready to play this horrendous thing? Yay! Okay, let's actually get into it. Oh god. Oh god, I see stuff! I see stuff and I want to shoot it! Fight! Fight, you punks! I found the parser gun! Hey, I want... That was a weird pickup thing. I guard! On guard! Come on, hit him. I don't see any secrets. Just come on, kill him. Good. Okay, let's run this way. There's some shotgun guys down there, which could be useful to kill, but right now I'm trying to... Oh god, an imp! Let's teleport to this. Oh god, there's a freaking stabbing demon somewhere. So many monsters! So many monsters! What is going on? I want to get those shotgun shells. If I could get a foothold, we could maybe get somewhere. Grab the health. Oh yeah, I think this is the level I was thinking of that reminded me a lot of Heretic. You'll see why in a little bit. But yeah, this thing's dying everywhere. Right now I'm trying to deal with the carnage. It's gotten a lot crazier since last time, that's all I gotta say. No more darkness, no more invisibility, just carnage! Sheer carnage! And killing stuff! And doom! Look at the number of enemies we're killing. So much unnecessary killing, so little time! I hear a giant rocket around Cyber Demon! Hey! Run away! I don't think you can get through that door. Let's hope not. If so, we're probably doomed. There's a Baron of Hell over there too! Yay! Am I glad I saved some plasma ammo for you? Actually, let's just use the rocket launcher. We have 5 health. That's brilliant, ain't it? Ow! Of course. That's the hard part. Getting a foothold. We might as well reload the entire map. Just in case of like getting a nice and fresh start. Once you get a foothold, it'll be good. It's just getting that foothold's the hard part. And deal with this guy. You know what? I'm actually gonna flash them to death. Then we have a lot of specters that come our way. Did you die already? I only have so much ammo. Okie dokie, so that killed those guys. Hi! You're an imp! I need ammo. It's a cyber demon, not ammo. Try and get some stuff and right away. Oops, I accidentally hit the wrong button. I loaded! I didn't want to load, I want to save! Man, I hit the wrong bloody button. Okie dokie. Actually, I don't want to probably open that door. So I go this way. There's all these imps to shoot at. I've got all these invisible specters. Can't even see where they are. Okay, now that I'm actually getting some movement abilities here. What's this button do? This exits the level. Well, we learned how to exit the level in a few seconds. I don't want to do that one. Yeah, that would be bad. Kill each other, my mooks! Good job, I'm proud of you. Okay, that's better. At least now we're able to move around without getting shot at a bunch. Why get that chain gun? Just because once we control the footholds, we control the game. Or something like that. I found a bunch of cacodemons! This ain't good. More free ammo! Definitely a lot more action going on than the first one. That's all I gotta say. You wish the first level had this much action. I'm also trying to find a way down there. Ow! You jerk! I would just wander around aimlessly and you had to shoot at me. Now, how does one get back up if I drop down? Hi. I'm just gonna leave you all, okay? You have fun over there, okay? Yeah. It seems to lead to stop. There's a bunch of imps! So many imps! So little time to kill them all! But we have time, but do we have the power? Okay, so we have killed 50 imps. That is a lot of imps. Well, not all imps, but who knows, but... Oh, God! Over, come this way, more than I can take! Quick, grab the chain gun! Where's the rocket launcher? Where's the rocket launcher? That was a pointless shot. There we are. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, now let's grab the big important soul sphere so that way I don't die. And we can play Where in God's Name Are We Going? A very fun game. Educating you on the dangers of wandering around aimlessly. Ooh, a BFG. Not that I'll ever use it, but it's there. It's the thing. At the best, it gives free ammo. Look at all these things to pick up in here. Seem to have found a locked door. Or a door. Might not be locked. At this point, might not even be a door. Who knows? I've angered the gods. Where are you all at? I have found monsters! They all want to shoot at me for some reason. There we are. Now we're starting to get some stock. Hey! Get away from me. I definitely will say that this feels a lot better than the first one. You actually have some action going on here. And it's not totally dark. There's actually changing light levels. Oh god, we found the Baron of Hell. If I can aim, we can take out the Baron of Hell. On guard, freaks! I don't know what I'm doing or where I'm exactly going, but I got a lot of ammo and I'm not afraid to use it. Oh look, a window. I saw a Pinky out there, I thought. It seems like I'm stocked to the brim and ready to take on the world. It's good news, the world has just decided to march towards me. I think we've killed most of the things in this level already. Wow! Such amazing carnage, and they said it was impossible! Ha! I laugh at them. There's the Cyber Demon. I don't want to go out that way just yet. Why? Because there's a giant maniac with a rocket launcher walking around. Not usually a good idea to mess with a guy like that. At least not immediately. We'll worry about him in a bit. Right now we have a lot of other stuff to kill. Get these pickies here. Okay, I don't really know where I am. Still have a lot of stuff to pick up. I think they all kind of just wander around aimlessly. Free kill! Thank you, game. I appreciate that. Okay, where's this lead? This leads to this door. I didn't ever check out. This door leads upstairs. And upstairs leads around to a few random imps. I see. I see a Cyber Demon in the windows. How much for that freaking Cyber Demon in the window? Bang, bang. I'm a maniac and I have a great big gun. Don't kill me! I'm just a bit insane. I see, so we kind of lured the Cyber Demon out of the room with the giant rocket launcher. Die! Oh boy, he's misaiming his shots because I have partial invisibility. What a terrible combination this is. Ah! Stay away from me! Okay, we actually killed him. Amazing. And now we can pick up a lot of random junk. Such as, well, all this plasma ammo. And these soul spheres that will give me full health again. I saw somebody open a door this way. I thought so. Might be going crazy. Aha! I wasn't! Here they all are! They're all outside now. Aha! See? There was a way out here. They thought it was crazy, but I wasn't. And look at me, I proved them wrong. Okay, now it's time just, I guess, to collect stuff. Look at that. We've gotten everything, and we just have to find 7 items. I just feel like this is going to be a bad thing. Wander around aimlessly in a giant map. We're looking for 7 items. This can't go wrong in any way. I see items up there. How do I get up there? This way. Elevator. I see. That's 2 of them. They have a bunch of stuff to find. Like, where are the rest of these items? I see something over here. Like, if I follow this around... No. There's like a door at the end of this hallway here. Yeah, okay. What's this lead to? A random room. Well, this is anticlimactic. This isn't what I was hoping for, game. I was hoping for more. More fun, more killing, more stuff. Anything more-ish. Like, Michael Moore. Like, the Moors! Where am I going? I really don't know. I'm kind of wandering around aimlessly and hoping to find stuff. And that idea isn't working too well for me. Mainly because I really don't have any order as to where I'm going. Well, I found one thing. Yay, I found one of the things I was looking for. And we just need a bunch more. Question is, where is all this stuff? It could be anywhere! It could be right next to me and I wouldn't even see it! Okay, what's in here? A way that leads outside. I don't think we accomplished anything at all. Well, I did find my way to one of the partial visibilities. But yeah, mostly non-accomplishment. Oh, look! Here's one of the soul spears, randomly lying in the middle of this giant freaking room. Then we can also follow these up, and do these lead to anything beneficial? Or can I just stand on top of some crates in the middle of a room filled with cyber demon? Yes, it's the latter. These blinky lights effects are making it hard to see where I'm going. And still, we're missing 2 items. 2 items! We can do this, people. I believe in myself. And if I look hard enough and dig deep enough, we shall see the item for which we have been searching for. A giant ball of blueness. That's probably what it is. It's probably a soul spear. Knowing this game, probably a soul spear. The only question is, where in God's name am I going? Hey, what's this way lead to? I'm trying to make sense of this, but I'm not doing too well. Oh, looky, we found one of them. I found something. Okay, we have 1 more to go. Okay, 1 item, giant map. This should be interesting. Mainly because I do not know where I'm going. And it could potentially be anywhere. So then, let's see, where's a good way to look? Probably not the way I'm doing it. Seriously, I'm just kind of wandering around aimlessly and hoping for the best. I really don't know a better way to look. And I could start humping walls, but I don't believe it's hidden in them. Nothing else was. I think it's just out in the open. And we're just missing the one room where it is. Where is this one room? Volknitz probably knows the answer, and he probably is laughing at me right now because he knows exactly where it is. Okay, this leads outside the rooms. We go up here, we come around, and we head back to where we were before. Sometimes I feel like I'm going in circles. Maybe because I am. And sometimes I feel like a rat in a cheese maze. And there is no cheese. It was a lie. Right now, it feels like I am really a rat though in a cheese maze. Seriously, I'm just running around the massive map looking for that one item. Not really sure if this item will even benefit me at all. Probably not. In fact, it won't. There's no way it could benefit me in the slightest. But, you know, it's a thing. It exists in this giant map and we must find it. Why? Because we are completionists. And this is what completionists do. Torture themselves aimlessly while wandering across a giant map. Yep, that's exactly what completionist is. Actually, you know what? Maybe it's somewhere along, like, let's go back this way. See? There it is. Down there. I don't know where this is. Oh, it's the opposite of that one. Okay. We found it. We found the last item. Now if we can just figure out how to get back up. Actually, what am I doing? I think it's nearby here. There's a staircase that leads up and see, this is upstairs somehow, but I don't think this is the right way. Because this will lead around and then can be bad. I'm trying to think how all this goes. There's like a staircase here. And this is the way I want to go. Okay, we found the route back. Whee! So yeah, if there's one big flaw with this level, it's the fact of the matter that there's so many things just kind of sporadically thrown around in empty rooms. And the fact of the matter that most enemies can't get lured to you to begin with. So it starts out carnage-ish, and then it kind of dies off, and then you're left wandering around a giant empty map. Looking for random junk. Yeah. Doom! So, opinions. Quickly and easily, it's better than the first one was. That there's absolutely no defense for the first one at all. It was way too easy, way too overpowered, way too everything. There was nothing good about it. There was a lot of visual glitches. It was continuously dark. Yeah. So let's see here. What exactly did this one do better? Well, for starters, this one had different light levels. I don't like the fact of matter that there were a lot of rooms that were still dark. I feel when they were dark, they were still too dark. But overall, it had varying light levels. It had differences. And generally speaking, you didn't need to worry too much about it because the power-ups were what you were looking for. And also another thing, he was pretty right with what he said about this being a challenge. I don't think it was as hard as he tried making it. If anything, it felt actually more viable. It felt more like what we should have saw from the first one in terms of combat and action. When we started this level, we didn't have any real ammo at all and had to deal with a lot of things coming at us. And we basically had to strategically work around it all in order to get out of that situation. And yeah, it worked pretty well. The one problem with this level, as you kind of saw as we played it, was that we got once again to a certain point where they started overpowering us, especially with the Cyber Demon area. Look at the ridiculous amount of ammo we didn't pick up. Once again, he went back to his whole, let's throw a bunch of cells at the player to the point where he can really just go through the map with plasma cell ammo. Up until that point, and a lot of areas around the map were pretty good, but like I said, once you get to the rooms in the middle and all that, it started really losing that balance. But at least this map had some balance for a bit of time, unlike the first one, which had nothing. Beyond that, we also didn't have the visual glitches from last time, mainly because this one had a lot more varying turns in different directions. It felt a lot more complex than the first one, because the first one really was just all on a flat plane. While this one has staircases, it had nukage pools, it had varying stuff. Um, so it definitely was a lot more interesting. Um, but negatively, like I said, the ammo balance was off by the end. Um, Also, as I was trying to say in the video, but I kind of forgot, Heretic. If you remember, I was saying how this reminds me of Heretic. I believe this is E6M1. It reminds me a lot of that level of Heretic for some reason. The idea of basically facing off like against a Molitor Cyber Demon in the courtyardish area, the overall openness of the map. When I played E6M1, I believe I said it looked kind of familiar to something I played in Doom. This is that level I was talking about. This is that level I was trying to remember, but of course couldn't because it's pretty obscure with every other level out there. But yeah, this is that particular level I was thinking of. So yes, if you're wondering if I played it, definitely I played it. I have slight memories of it, but not many really filled in at all. Because, like I said, at the end of the day, you get way too overpowered. The light levels. What else is there? There was other stuff. I'm trying to remember. Well, the whole fact of the matter, oh yeah, once you kill everything, it's a lot of weird backtracking. Like, the exit switches near the beginning, I don't get why they did that. They should probably did it more like around the Cyber Demon area or something. You fight the boss, you can get behind there and maybe get to it or something. It make more sense than throwing it around the entrance area, so you have to like backtrack across a long, narrow corridor to even get there. It just is annoying and pointless because now we just have to waste a bunch of time with not shooting anything. And that's where a lot of the problem with this level kind of was that once we killed everything, kind of like we did in the first one, SoftChoice 1, we didn't have anything much to do besides wander around aimlessly and collect a lot of items that were sporadically thrown around in different rooms. This time around we were looking for soul spheres, and last time around we were looking for light amplification visors. But it's still the same idea of it being way too big for its own good, and the enemies get alerted quicker than they should. To the point that, like I said, you end up with a lot of stuff dead, and the remaining areas you pretty much just wander around aimlessly in empty spots. So yeah, starts out good, has some good combat, but slowly kind of devolves from there. I still say it's better than the first one. I mean, anything could probably be better than the first one. Like I said, the first one was very, very simplistic, and its design choices and all that. This one felt like it also had more variety in guns. I don't think the other one had a chain gun. But yeah, it still felt like it had some of the very visible flaws from the first one when it came to balance and came to how exactly the level kind of worked near the end and why it kind of got boring. But at least it holds your attention for a longer period of time. Like I said, there was a lot more to kill here, and a lot more variety of things to kill. Like I said, we had a lot of cacodemons, we had a lot of, we had some barons. The Cyber Demon definitely made, for a bit more action. It all made for some good carnage. It just at the end of the day, it felt like it went from a good challenge to something that was really, really easy to do. Anyway, with all that in mind, thank you very much all for watching. I shall see you all next time.